It's not online. Okay, so there we go. We have microphone check tested. This sounds so weird. Okay. Rawr. I'm a dragon. Alright, so it's like a dinosaur. But anyway, this is the adult, well, dinosaur skeleton head. So this is one of the colors. So, as you can see, I'm a dragon. Well, for me, it's a dragon. Okay? So for me, it's a dragon. But yeah, so this is what this looks like. Now, I've also got other colors, including one unfortunate color I didn't think about. So we're going to show that one first. Because it's a nice color and I you can't see it. It is a light green version of it. Oh no, let's make sure that that was captured. Where is it? Where is this stupid thing? Alright, so they all make that except for the red one, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Besides that, we also have this one. I'm trying to grab one with I'm trying to grab one with the other, so bear with me. Almost got you. I got you. Okay. All right, we also have the gray one. I'm a dinosaur. Dragon. It's a dragon skeleton. And we have a purple one. Now today we're going to be doing redstone and stuff, so we're wearing the, well, appropriate red one. The green one was supposed to represent something. Now I got to see if they have a light blue one that I can use. Anyway, it is not the most comfortable thing to be wearing this, especially with this tail. That is just going everywhere. Get out from behind me. I got this tail to worry about that's attached to the head. I'm thinking about just beheading the tail and just having the heads. It would be easier and probably more comfortable. And I'll probably test it on the red one since I can't actually get this one here to work for the screaming anyway. So maybe we'll test it on that one. Anyways, so today I think I figured out how to do this. Why am I wearing here? Oh, because I was testing, yeah. I was testing out stuff. Okay. Where's the pressure plates? Ah. So I might have figured out the trigger. Huh. All right, well, that actually works. So this is the circuit that I need to intervene in there from wherever this is. And then the best part is that it's literally duplicatable. Alrighty. That is not the right one. So it's not that. What is it that's bouncy? It's the orange block. It's the resin. Does it have to be slime? Check that now. Because I honestly don't remember. Okay, so now the question becomes, can we do I have a water? Okay, so how We're now in building mode. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that back in there, but okay, so we've got a way to actually launch them. Now I've got to figure out how to automatically launch them. Once they get up here, hopefully that works, but not quite like that, so we'll need we'll need a tripwire hook. String. I'm not ignoring you guys, I'm just focused. Hang on one second. How does that not work? Hello? What the? Okay. Oh. It has to be that one. Alright, he's got an invisibility cloak. Yes, you're a wizard, Harry. Actually, it probably would look exactly like that. You're probably right. If thanks for coming in. How are you? Welcome in. Oh, look, we got Silent Kai in that just joined. Now that I'm paying attention to chat. You don't know what's happening here, but I approve. Well, I'm working on... This is a little loud. So I'm working on a pinball machine idea that I'd seen on a YouTube short. And as you can see, it does work. And I figured out how to make it pulse as opposed to, you know, double pulsing or whatever. So every time you're on it, you can, you know. So yeah, this is no, not Dino Roar. Dragon Roar. This is a dragon skeleton. This is a dragon skeleton. We're not calling it dinosaur. Roar. I'm a dragon. Alright, that's what we're doing. That's that's what we're doing here. That's why I got the other colors as well. I got 31 netherite, and I didn't even realize I have to loot a bastion. I'm cooked. Well, you loot a bastion like this. With great caution. You secure your path as you go into the bastion. You break one block at a time. You go slow. You get to the chest. You get what you need. And you get out. And you cover your back. You put a block to protect your back every so often. In other words, let's say this is where you got to go, right? You got to go up there, buddy. All right. So while you're sitting here climbing and you're breaking through, because you know all of this here is blackstone, break one block, look around, break one block, look around. Don't just break and then have an open space right here. Put a block here to protect yourself. You have a block in your hand to protect yourself, not a sword. A block to put down really, really quickly, because you can do that and then switch to a sword to kill it faster than you're going to kill it. Don't worry about killing them. Worry about protecting yourself more. So you need to block them off. Okay? And then you can sit there and once you're safe, and if you get hit 2 times, run, get out of there. As you're running, try to place a block or whatever. Do this, you know, you got to practice a little on just really spamming really quickly. You know, you got to if you're coming along like this, right? And then you're coming through, you gotta be able to really quickly put something down real quick to be able to block. Yes, that's why instead of trying to attack with a sword, all right, let's say your Heartbark kind of like this. You have your sword here, but you have a block right next to your sword. So what you're going to do is while you're exploring, right, you're going to have it like this. This is how I would recommend your setup be. All right, you're trying to get to this. You break a block, and if you mess up, you place something really quickly, and then have the sword here. So you have these 3 like this, so they're next to each other. So when you break that block, you have something to put real quick. All right, peek the corners. Basically, pretend you're being hunted by everyone, because you are being hunted by everybody. Have a block ready to go. Mine that one block. Switch back to placing in case you need it real quick, and just take it really slowly, dude. Really slowly. As you go up, what you might want to do is every so often just block behind you so that nothing could come up behind you either. So as you're breaking blocks, block up behind you as well, because you're going to be like, ah, da da dee da dee da dee. La dee da. This will be you, because I've done this. You go, la-di-da-di, okay, I break this one, I break this one. Oh, that looks good. And then I keep going and going and going. And I don't put anything behind me. And then something, you know, finds the hole and slowly walks in right behind me. And then when it sees me, rah, and then it comes to get me. So every so often, block your path behind you to keep yourself inside. Basically, you're creating yourself a little tunnel as you go through this thing. And as you're going through, every so often, pick a nice point and then just block it off and then continue so that you know you're safe behind you and you don't have this nice long tunnel as something can find its way in, because it always does. You know, as you're going through this thing, every so often, just place a block, go a few blocks. It doesn't matter how many you place, so long as you're in a pocket and you're safe. That's all that matters. Keep yourself as safe as possible. Let's just put it this way. I don't usually go alone. I've gone with parties. And we have died until we have killed them enough to then be able to actually get what we need. We've lost all our gear before, so I'm not good at it. But I know one thing. One way that I did it solo one time was doing this. I was placing a block every so often, keeping myself safe. I got into one. I got what I needed, and I got out. I didn't worry about clearing it or anything. But yeah, we're working on this today. So we got that done. Oh, this is the very fun, though totally unnecessary, but very, very fun. We should not do this broom. So it's basically like a combat ready room. Yeah, the only problem is actually getting in and out. I'll have to figure that part out. But that's kind of an interesting kind of a thing. Go in there and then just whack at it and see what happens. You know, now that I have a slime farm on consolecraft, I can even make this. Yeah, I just realized that I now have a slime farm on consolecraft. Very good slime farm. This is a very good slime farm, as it turns out, once it's finally built correctly. This thing works awesome. This is starting to come along very, very well. You know, but we need to have the slime blocks, which is why we did the slime farm. So now the question, and we need to have this stuff. Now, I could do it with honey for a regular block, but it just doesn't get the same lift. You know, whereas this one here, it's... You see, it's a lot bouncier. I like this one here better. Now, what we're working on here is working on seeing if I can redstone this. To literally launch these guys to see if this works. Oh my god, that totally works! Where's the string? Oh. Ah. Oh my god, get out of the hole. Thank you. Okay. How do we detect this thing coming up? Oh no. I know, wrong one. All right, I gotta figure out something with the buckets. Okay, that doesn't work. All right, well, that 100% works. Well, okay, so yes, you only require one smithing template, and then you can just copy it over and over. However, each copy of any template, and every single template gets used up whenever you put it in there. So every single copy of every single template requires 7 diamonds to make a copy. So you need diamonds. Lots of diamonds. Alright, so this part of the game mechanic works. Can you make an item filter for buckets? Okay, so you can do it with 10. Hey, Jen. I'm figuring out a way to make and I've pretty much figured it out, a way to make a pinball machine in Minecraft. I saw it on a YouTube short, and I want to recreate it for consolecraft. So it turns out you need to have slime blocks there, and it does launch very well with a resin block on there, so that works. We were testing here, actually launching it like near the top. But the problem is it leaves a bucket, and that bucket can wind up getting used and becoming a water bucket. So we need it to pull out the bucket. So I'm going to put a filtering system below this, so it'll pull out the empty buckets. Though I'm still unclear as to how we get these guys back inside of there. But that's part of game testing. But yeah, so it's coming along the testing part. I'm going to need lots of blocks, but I've got the launching mechanism. We're testing that out here, and it turns out in order to make it repeatable, the string has to be up top, right? Because if you put the string right in front of the piston, it breaks, as I did the first time. So it works one time and then you're done. So you put it up top when it comes and triggers that, but then it cannot have any blocks up here because it won't shoot out. It has to have a too tall gap to fly out. And then it works just fine when you do this. You see? It works, it gets launched, and then it starts to play the game and this and that, and then we can start to do the game. And this is the reason that I designed the slime farm on consolecraft. This is the preliminary version. There is a final version finally on consolecraft. We have that. So now I have access to infinite slime blocks. And then we also have the fun game room that I'm thinking about making, which is just... but you would probably come in more like, maybe like right here we would walk in, I think would be a better way to get in. And then you just come in here with like a regular sword, and then you start to have fun with this guy. You don't really even have to move. Just, if you design the room to be nice and square and correct and stuff, this is not designed great, then look at this. You don't even have to move. Like, it works pretty cool. And you can have the door access right there, and he doesn't come out. Like, that works pretty decently. So all of this is coming up roses. Everything is working, so I just need to start building it on consolecraft. And I guess actually test this to see if it works with this kind of a thing. Like, how big would this have to be here? Sweet. Jesus, it goes flying. Actually, I could just pick those up over there. So the problem is I'll need to actually suck out the empty bucket once it gets created inside of there so that it never leaves an empty bucket. So that's why I was double checking the filtering system. So if I have a filtering system set up for buckets, then it should, and we're going to actually test this right now. Go away. That's going to cause a small problem real quick. Okay. Okay, now this should solve my problem. Okay. We need to make a proper filtering system here. Which means that it goes from that to that to that to that there. That goes there. Everything, oh, there we go. I was about to say everything that's here and nothing is, got a stupid torch. Look at that, took out the empty bucket. Okay. So I have it. So if it's launching from here, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It is shooting it up to 22 blocks away by the time it drops for it to be caught right there. So it's 22 blocks and it's being launched from right there. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It drops 5 blocks and 22 blocks. So I can make this thing about 20 blocks long, and then it can start to hit things. Huh. Actually, you know what? Okay, so that doesn't work as well. It needs to be a 2 gap. I mean, it does work. So as soon as you get over there, it'll launch it. So this will have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will have to be 6 wide. Should I make it 6 wide? Should I make it 4 wide? I think I should make it 4 wide, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then this is here. That's gonna look cool. There's the core setup right there. That's gonna make that work. This is now sorted. Look at that. I mean, okay, there is one major problem with this though, as I am just now realizing. It's hot. Like, I'm starting to really sweat underneath this thing. Okay, it's great. Oh my god, see what I mean with the tail? See what I mean with the tail? Okay, guys, so this is a great thing. I love it. But it's got limited use. You can't wear it for very long. Because now it's like, boy, I am sweating up a storm here. I tell you what. Hold up, I gotta make sure I put this on right correctly. Oh, I can lower this. That feels better because there's no actual airflow here. I got to figure out how to make a virtual green screen because this green screen I got to actually get rid of. Then I'll clear up my airflow around here. I got to figure out how to do a virtual green screen. I got to YouTube it. And you know what we're going to do now? We're going to go ahead and clean this mess up that we have here of dead dragons. And we're going to take a quick recess because now I need to get up and stretch real quick. and you stick it in the freezer. It's like wearing a giant pillow. You know, um, what exactly it looks like. That's exactly how it's gonna feel. Like it literally. It's a thick foam. It's like a giant pillow. It doesn't hurt in any way, shape, or form. It's actually quite comfy. It's just you need better airflow that I'm currently getting from the fact that I have a green screen behind me blocking the room's normal airflow. Like I wasn't having this issue. I was actually wearing it the other day when I was streaming and it was fine, but I had free room access where now I don't because of the green screen. So I've got to Google how to make a virtual green screen, make that thing work, and then I won't have to have the physical green screen behind me, and then I can wear it for longer because I'll be able to have a fan that's blowing on. Because that's what I did the other day. So, yeah, without the fan blowing on me, apparently this is gonna be a problem. All right, hang on, stretch some. I know I'm out of this. I need more of this. Where is this? We're gonna re-oregano real quick. Anyway, Jen, how have you been? You don't come by as often, but you do come by occasionally, and I appreciate when you do come by. But how have you been, and what have you been up to since we hardly ever really talk? All right, well, we are back. And at least we have our cam working. Even though we don't have a light on. Where is this light? Is this it? Yeah, that's it. Oh, apparently it's not plugged in. No, it's not plugged in. Light's not in. What about this one? No, it looks better without it. Okay, we are going to leave it as alone. Yeah, so the thing is, the screen's killing me. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is more than launching for much further than I need anyway. And then this is now solving the problem with the water bucket. Because every time you launch one, and there you go. Whoops. I mean, look at that. We've solved all our problems for making this game function. Okay, so now the question is there a way I gotta actually now basically combine everything. Ah. Alright, so we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we'll have to pick a different block. We only need the terracotta around here, but I'm not dealing with these blocks. Okay, so that's I hate messing with these blocks. Alright, so we do like that, and then we do some stuff. For some reason the microphone's like in the way of my keyboard. That's weird. It's in a weird position. Okay. Alright. We need some building materials. Let's get some trapdoors. Let's get some slabs. Sticky piston. That's not right. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Nope, that's not right. I need you and wait. Oh, because this one, yeah, I keep forgetting this one here is one more over than it should be. Which is why this one looks funky. Okay, and then I need Okay, so that's basically the control center right there. This is where the launching platform's gonna be. So what we're gonna want is we're gonna want a button. Ah, dang it. I need more of the thinger-bobber guys. These guys. Alright, I'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, I need to make the filtering system for it. Why did I do this? Why did I make this complicated? Okay, we are now ready to test this. Just as soon as I figure out how I'm going to power this, since that has to go that way. Button, 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 button. No buttons, no buttons. No buttons. They're in here somewhere. I ain't got time for this. No, not a dispenser. I don't need a dispenser. I need a dropper. Alright, dropper, right? I'm pretty sure this requires a dropper here. Oh, how do I do this now? Alright, I'm going to have to spread this out. This is going to have to come out more. But then basically... the easiest way to do this would be with observers, right? Okay, so temporarily that'll work, but I'll get that to work quieter, hopefully. I don't know if that's possible. But I'll figure that out later. But this is just a rough draft of how everything works. And we have more than enough. So let's give it a quick dry test run. Okay, well, I totally mistimed that. I mean, it kind of temporarily worked. No, that was good. I totally messed that shot up. Okay, I got that one. This is actually hard. I think it'd be better if we just did buttons. Oh my God, I'll tell you right now, that was actually very difficult. Now, I don't think that there's any way to make these guys break. Okay, so that was okay. Come on, this is still hard. Oh my god, my timing is so awful. Ah, dang it, they're all gone. Oh. Ah, you have to anticipate it just right. Oh, I'm out. Son of a... I'm missing one. Oh, there it is. All right. These buttons are going to have to be a lot closer together. Let's see here. This is not working for me. Let's try levers. Okay, so that pulse is too... Well... this is turning into a lot of collection stuff, man. If you got to keep going in there to collect things, then it's not going to be as fun as I would really prefer it to be. Well, that kind of sucked, but it worked. What if? Okay. This is not as fun as I thought it was going to be. They get stuck a lot, and I've got to figure out how do I make them get unstuck. Oh, it acts like a full block and blocks it. Nothing will actually turn it, huh? It's a great concept. It's terrible execution. I mean, I know I'm creative, but how? I mean, so I'm getting better at the controls. That works pretty decently, but then it's just it's getting them back all the time. They're always being left in there. Okay, what if it doesn't have this? Come on. It's kind of like a juggling thing. It's not the greatest thing. Unless. Maybe I have this all wrong. Hey, what's up, Hype Dog? How are you? Just playing around. Oh, well, that's a problem. Okay, new problem unlocked. Oh my god. Eh. I'm not even sure what I'm doing anymore, honestly. Like, it's just not. I mean, eventually they fall in. This is my pride and joy, configuring this thing that's supposed to work perfectly, and I have nowhere to actually properly test it. Like, that's just crazy. We're going to build it on the Nexus at some point. But, I mean, it's a great mechanic when this thing works correctly. I got most of the game figured out. It's just, it's not as fun as I thought it was going to be. I mean, am I wrong? This is... Ad break starting in 47 seconds. We're gonna join CC for a little bit. Who's all on? Burning's on, Dunk is on, and Lilith is on. Did Dunk ever do his shops? Still can't believe this thing is this crazy. Like, that's just insane. It's time to figure out just how much we made here. We're gonna have to do this a few more times. Well, little Lilith is leaving. Okay, so I gotta figure out what to sell this for. So I need to do it again. How many? Well, here we go again. So this is my slime farm. I'm getting all of the slimy stuff out of me. Is how you could look at it. I guess all the bugs are coming out. We're about halfway through. Apparently, with the glass, even if you do too much, they do get out. Should be almost done, I think. Yep, there we go. We're just about done. Last one. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No longer infested. Where's your buddy? I mean, he was in a boat. So wait, you get 7? Hmm. Hold on, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute, I need this. I need stone. Why am I not causing chaos? This is not working. That's no fair. So I can't be actually slimed. What the heck? That's just wrong. Hi, lady. Guess what, lady? I became a horse guy. You don't know. You don't know how expensive this was. Half of these guys were done with golden carrots. Okay? And then you wind up with, see how I've got some of these guys here marked as 14B? So let me get on this guy here. Move over. Alright, so the way this works is that wherever your horse gets stopped, that's the speed of your horse. If your horse gets stopped here, you're a 14 horse, 14. If you're over here, you're basically considered a broken horse because you're beyond 14, and it's supposed to be 14.5. But the problem is 14.3 is supposed to be the fastest. But if you can get a 14.5, then you pass this gate. And for the record, my broken horses are getting stuck right at between 14 and actually breaking free. Like, it's a weird glitchy thing to get them to actually do this, which is odd. But this guy also has 14 hearts. See, he got locked into broken. And he can jump. I think he's a 4.5 guy. No, he's a 4. He's a 4 jumper. See? This could have been us sharing in on the broken horses. But somebody didn't trust me to make sure that they got a broken horse. So I got all the broken horses. Funny how that works, huh? Anyway, the thing, like, for golden carrots, the problem with them is that either you have to make them, which I did. I made golden carrots, and I bought golden carrots from my farmers. Like, you know, you have to have some farmers and stuff. So these are my guys. I've only got 3 of them, so it's slow. But then Benji went to the district, to the shopping district, and he made... And I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to get the max health. Max health is 15. I have a 15 horse. It's just not broken. But I have a 15 horse. A 15 heart horse. It's just not a broken horse. It's a 14. It's a solid 13, 14. Like 13.5. Let me show you where Benji's guys are. He also has a couple of guys. Somebody has farmers, and I can't remember who it is. And I have permission to use their farm, but I don't remember where it is. So, yeah, that happened. So, basically, we need more farmer villagers. We have to have more farmer villagers. So yeah, these guys with the straw hats, you bring emeralds, and then you go down, and you get golden carrots. You know, that's how you get them. This is our combined shop. And then I believe that the Wixers also sell golden carrots. I believe it's here. Yeah, and they sell golden carrots as well at 64 for a diamond. Too bad these won't be here when you get here. I'm going to buy them right now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to buy them right now. I have some. Fill their totems, right? Yeah, I'm not buying those for a diamond block. Are you crazy? I don't need them that bad. I'm gonna make a little pop-up shop right here. Bro, I don't remember who this was that had this shop. But like, come get your garbage, dude. I still have a whole lot of bamboo over here that people can buy, and I don't have anything in here. He's out. All right, so I got to figure out what am I going to. That stuttering is for some reason, that's definitely my PC, I can tell you right now. I haven't closed the game in a while, it's been AFK. I need to close the game, open it back up, and it'll be fine. But I'm not quite doing that just yet, so bear with the stuttering. I do apologize for it, it will clear up a little bit. Right, so anyway, I don't know if I put a chest in your mule or not. You cannot breed the mules. You can only get a mule by getting a donkey and putting it with a horse, and then you get the mule. That's the only way to get mules. And you can put a chest in a mule, and they get 15 inventory slots. Just like you can on a donkey. You see how this guy here, he's got 50, I got a 15 heart. I got a 15 heart donkey, and I've got 14 hearts. I've got, let me see. Yeah, I figured you would like the name. I figured it would go in with your spooky little decor there. There we go. This is the best part about him. This is Flame Runner. This is like Calamity's brother or sister or whatever. All right. It can jump 2 blocks. These other guys cannot. It could jump 2 blocks, and then this guy here, they're about the same speed. This guy is running an 11. Well, that time he went over everything, so he cheated. Yeah, so from like what happened? Who killed our horse? That's not me, right? One of my guys didn't go and fall somewhere that I don't know about. So yeah, donkeys, they go to a specific speed. And then what I thought was a broken horse was fastulence, which is horse right here. I thought he was perfect horse. He does 4.5 blocks. I don't think he does 5. Nah, he does 4.5 blocks of jumping. Right? He's a broken horse. And he's got 15 health. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Fastulence. Hey, what's up, Mogo? I like the Greek kind of stone, but red sounds cool too. How are the mines today? The mines are wonderful. I haven't been down in the mines in a while. What do you think of my place? I had to use a lot of resources, so I just started doing this. What's green? And I'm showing off my horses. My horses. Mine, not mine and ladies, just mine only. Because someone didn't trust me. So she gets to go ahead and figure out how I made the horses super fast and jumpy. And I'm still working on trying to get more jumpy and more hardy. I mean, sometimes you get some horses that just aren't worth it. Like most of these guys are. So, you know. No. You chose. You remember? I said, let's keep breeding them. You said, I don't trust you. That's what you said. So, and I said, are you sure you want to stick with that answer? So you said, yes. Okay. Don't trust me. Do your own thing. That's how the conversation went. You didn't trust me. I did nothing at all to earn that distrust because the first fast horse that we made, I gave to you. So the next fast horse that we were making should have been mine, and somehow you got jealous. So I took my horses and made my Speedy Gonzaleses. I cleared an area to start a stable. Well, that's good. You could do that over there. Like I said, I gave you a mule for 2 reasons. I gave you the mule. First of all, because it's a very good, fast mule, and I knew you would appreciate it. Secondly, because it's a taste of what I have been doing over here since someone didn't want to team up with me and make super fast horses. So that way you can see, this is what I've been up to. What have you done with the horses? That's right. You've done nothing with the horses. You're loose, right? Yeah, you're one of the 14 brothers. This is Boots. I liked him, so he's got boots. I learned how to make, happy faces and things like that. And then I've also learned how to do... you know what? In fact, I'm going to show you so well of something else that I learned that I could do. Ooh, ow. All right, we're gonna go to your house and we're gonna put a sign down. Oh wait, no. Ah, there it is. Hey, there's nothing wrong with nuzzling my horse. I might nuzzle a horse, but I still build really good redstone stuff. This is the small version of the farm. This is the baby version of the farm, for the record. And I rebuilt this thing again for oh, who was it? I forgot. I'll remember when I'm not high. But yeah, Mo, you haven't seen me on Minecraft in a while. This is myself on consolecraft, in which I am a kind of an air merchant slash sky pirate kind of a thing going on. So that's why my airship looks cool. But then also the front of it's got a battering ram kind of thing going on. Where was I going? Ah, yeah. Um. No, you're over here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're over here. No, 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 no. My place is nice, is how I say it. Everyone says my place is awesome, and I appreciate them saying that. For me, it's nice. It's a very nice place. But then I have friends like this. Here's Lady, and I mentioned that she should make a catamaran ship. So she didn't know what it was. She looked it up and she made one. Just out of the blue, looking at a picture, she just made the thing, and very, very talented, very nice here. She had a pool party and stuff, so this was a scene of a party, and we got little floaties and stuff at her house. So I mean, look at the house. It's a very nice house. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I need to get... Oh, I closed it. Hold on. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. That did not work. Why did that not work? Okay, well... Okay, what about this? This should work, right? Out of the way, doofus. Trying to leave her a nice little pretty skull and crossbones thing. It's not working correctly. Eh, it's close enough. What'd I miss? Yeah, so lady knows how to build pretty well. No, that's not Frank. She also built this over here. And she built the creepy Eleanor house and such. Lady is an awesome builder. She's just afraid of doing pranks, but I'm not in prank wars anymore, so she can join now and she doesn't have to worry about me. No, it's literally a skull and crossbones. It's just, it doesn't look quite right because of the texture. And I figured you'd like that because you're doing that little pirating thingy. Oh, this is how... This is how insanely crazy we are here on consolecraft. So we're going to go to the end. So we're in the nether. Now we're in the overworld. Not the end. But they dug out. And then they replaced, or they are replacing, I should say, the obsidian towers, I guess is what this project is. And they've recreated the end in the overworld. So that then we can actually go to the end. And realize that there is no central island anymore. There's no more pillars. The island is completely gone. Only the bedrock pieces are left of the towers. And down there is literally death. That's not even, yeah, that's not even the whole hole. That, I mean, I mean, look at the tunnels that we have dug. I have helped. I have helped dig, but I have not dug that much. But I have helped dig. But it's like, bro, it's just so much. There's so much to dig. Like, okay, perfect example. Look at me. This used to have a top that mirrored this. Okay? And it used to be covered in birch trees completely just like this. That used to be a mountain. I had to dig that out. This is all dug out. You know, for the airport and stuff, this was dug out. I flattened the top of this thing. I built this thing. There's the bridge part that's like the piratey part. You know, I'm getting smart with my builds. I'm actually, you know, doing stuff correctly. This is what happens when you subscribe to me on Twitch. You get a blimp of the color or wool of your choice. I've got, I mean, this is how smart I've become on Minecraft. Look at this. I got snow farm up here. I have a auto replenishing ice farm. You know, so I can pick up the ice and then this will just refreeze right over. I have so much iron that I made this entirely out of iron blocks. I made that entirely out of iron blocks. I sold a bunch of shulkers worth of iron blocks, and I've given away shulkers of iron blocks because I have too much iron. This has filled up twice, so this is the bamboo. And this is filled up over here twice, so that's a lot of bamboo wood. I built an iron farm and villager trading hall on a deck of an airship. and made sure that everything was about as spawn proof as I could, except for this room, which then we had to put carpet down to make it spawn proof, so that the golems would spawn in here instead of in there. You know, I crammed my sheep up in here and made them about as small as I could and use up half the space that I would need normally. I got a little sugarcane farm up in here. I've got a little zombie horse right there. I've got working cannons. You know, the anchors are for the creaking hearts. So we get 3 creaking ghosts that come up on here, and they are part of the lure of the ship, as they are the crewmates that have died on the ship from the pirates. So they are them. We are doing air everything, so everything has to be related to air floating. So we did these guys and made these guys pick them up to float them and stuff. And then I decided to terraform the entire mountain and make it look like the Nether. So we've working on that, still doing some stuff. Like, look at the amount of iron that I've used. Like, I've given away so much iron. You know, this is entirely spawn proof. I made a creeper farm because I'm going with air. I made a creeper farm out here in the shape of a hot air balloon. So there's my creeper farm. And it looks like a hot air balloon. And it's a fully functional XP provided creeper farm. Like, it works. You just sit here, go like this, you AFK, and then it'll just sit there and kill the creepers, and then you wind up with gunpowder. Look. You know, it works good. The legitimate business side is syntax primary. The pirate side is the fact that, well, you can see that this was an actual fire that I caused, and so I decided to represent it into the side of the ship by changing the wool, so we had an actual fire here. And this is while I was setting up the technical gold farm that does work. My moss meal machine that works perfectly, and the new block farm that also works insanely well. In fact, so well that I actually made a deal with Seismic Bee and Rachelado and made one at their base. You want to talk about insane? They've been on this server less than I have, and they recently had a beautiful baby. And I'm going to take you to their base so you can see they've been on here less time than I have, so you can see what they've done. Like, there are some people that are just insane. And in a good way. And then after this base tour real quick, I'm gonna end the stream. Because I figured out what I wanted to figure out, and all of that kind of works. But it kind of doesn't work, so it's kind of everybody builds their own tunnel, so they built this tunnel. Hey, who left their thing open? So this is the laboratory. That is a whole tour in and of itself. This is Avengers Tower that Seismic Bee has built. This is a prank gift that some of the Wixters and them and Damalas had built on here. There's an ocean monument that Rachel Otto rebuilt. Like, literally replaced all the blocks. And then here's their project that is also insane. There's another crazy person, Scarecrow. He's even crazier. His area. That was weird. His area is basically 1/4 of the planet. I get lost at his area. Okay, so you can see the inside is insane. And here's the farm that I wanted to show you. This is the same farm that you just saw over there that I did with the little thingamabobs, but this is insane. This has over 1,300 mini farms in there. All so we could get this block. All for the sake of getting this one block. We started off like this. And now we're like this. We're going to be able to fix this here soon. But yeah, this is 100 and something freaking villagers. Like, they're nuts. They're crazy. But this, oh my god, this thing is insane, this farm. I mean, look at it from the side. I want you to see what it looks like from the side. Look at this. I built this. Okay, so the whole point is I built the farm, and then when they AFK here, as you can see, we get a lot of stuff, and then we sell it for splitting profits. So whenever we get profits, then I'll get my share. But yeah, this is crazy how I came up with this idea, and then I built it, and then I built it even bigger because it wasn't fast enough. Like this is the amount of blocks that they have here is insane. This is resin blocks. I don't even know how they got that much resin blocks, but they got tons of this stuff. And they've been on this server less time than I have. And they've done all of this stuff. There's also underground stuff from the laboratory, but we're not going to go into that. Like, it's just crazy. Like, they're people on this server are pretty much nuts. Hello? What the heck? Since when was that just an open hole? It is. It's nuts. When you start thinking about everybody's build, like when you do a real world tour, it's crazy visiting all the base. And then the other crazy part is, these are the people that are not that far down this tunnel. There's a tunnel that goes so far away, and a guy has built something way out there in the middle of nowhere. It's insane. I got a guy at the end of this tunnel that, or near the middle of this tunnel, that he's building a castle the size of New York City. You know, there's like 3 people building castles, and this guy is the size of New York City, and I just ran out of rockets. You know, and then there's people like me who's getting much more technical and build orientated. So I did this to look kind of like the sky, which is exactly what I was going for, because I'm doing the air base thing here and things related to the air. So my base is looking amazeballs, as everyone is telling me. It's looking amazing. It looks gorgeous. It's got a working... wait, hold on. It's got a working... Ow, ow, ow. It's got a working lighthouse. You know? Like... I've got to change all this to be basalt down here. All this stone. I have to change all this here stone to be basalt, and then I'll be done with the terraforming. You know, this is not somebody's design. I did this myself, just kind of winging it and putting it together and seeing what looked good and whatnot and what I liked. And if nobody likes it, I don't care. It's my build. I like it. It works good. And yeah, this is my stuff. But like I said, this is, in my opinion, this is not the best build on the server anywhere. Not even remotely close as this, like, the best build on the server. There's so many good builds on here. I'm not even sure which one would be able to be considered a best. Like, everyone's super talented, and it's insane the stuff that we come up with. You know? And I was trying to do that pinball game because that would be a really cool game, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to solve it correctly to make it more fun. But hey, other things are coming. Other things are coming. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe. And oh, let me show you what's going on in the Nexus. Takes forever to load. Actually, forever to load. That's a lot of weird error messages, but okay. So, what we've done now is we've got all the farmers are now maxed out. They're all masters. In fact, every single villager is now properly maxed out here. So, we've just got to move these guys around. I think this guy here still has to be cured. Yeah, this is a new guy. We got to cure him. But he's got glass, he's got lunge, and he's got projectile protection too, which sucks, but, you know, we wanted the lunge, I guess. We're still looking for one or two other guys. I got all my loot back. We haven't really done a whole lot around here. Chase has already found somewhere that he wants to live, which is great, because I still haven't found anywhere that I want to live. And for the record, I'm running out of time because I have to move when this is full. I've got 4 deaths. 4 more deaths. And then I have to move, and there isn't one in here, right? Yeah. And then I have to move. I have to move out when this is completely full of deaths yet. That's when it's time for me to leave and go and do my own base. And I thought I had one, and then I changed my mind. So, mainly because I have a different idea. Oh yeah, let me see. Did that do what I wanted it to do? That did that here. What about over here? Did it work over here? No, it did not. Why does it work here? I understand why it works over there, but not there. Like, that's kind of weird. That I've got this much scales here. Like, that's just so... I don't understand why it's doing that with this one. But not any other. Is it because you almost drowned? Is that what it is? Do I need to almost drown these guys in order to see if they start dropping a whole ton of scales? That would be hilarious. Where's the... Who's got my... Wait, hold up. Who's got my... Hey, who's got my saddle? As you can see, not much has really changed around here too much. We've been doing some other off stuff. So, yeah, that's the limited progress that we have here. We're going to be coming back to this here as well and doing some more stuff here. In fact, what I'm leaning towards is putting the creeper farm right here above the iron farm and seeing if that will actually function and work correctly. One thing that they have done with these dragons, which I do like, is that if you do this, you can now dismount while you're in midair. And then they do this. But if you get on them, you can actually just... They do just fly right fine out the water. Alright, I got two of you standing there. Let's see what happens. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go AFK over here. So we can get lots of iron, and I can trade lots of iron for lots of emeralds. Until I can get the farmers fully going as well, and then we'll have a lot of emeralds that we can get. I mean, we could get XP bottles, we can get glowstone, all sorts of goodies we can get from there. But yeah, we got plenty of iron. So we trade with these guys, and then we get lots of emeralds, and then we do things like this. And he's just he just likes keeping all the books. Now, Depth Striders are great, but it's like we gotta organize these books. We gotta organize everything. So we gotta get this guy cured. So I gotta go and find another bottle of what you call it, and then we'll do that. But that'll be it for today. I will catch everybody later on this week, perhaps, maybe not. I don't know. Lady Death and I have a date to have a horse race at some point. She's gonna lose because I've been working on my horses, and I'm still working on my horses. So, lady, you tell me when you want to race. I obviously have been grinding some horses for like a little over a week, so you obviously need time as well. I mean, it would be unfair if we go race now. My horse will destroy yours. I have a 14 broken horse that is faster than Fastulence. So what I'm working on is trying to get another 15 horse that's also faster than Fastulence and can jump. That's the key. Yeah, whenever you're ready, sweetie. Whenever you're ready, we're gonna go. We're gonna have to make an obstacle course, like an actual obstacle course. You know, like instead of just being a round circle, we're gonna have to have a round circle with doors that open and close to trick the person, and you know, like to change up the direction that you're going in and things like that. Because, well, let's face it, my horses are super fast, and you're not gonna catch them. All right, I love everybody. Make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe. Goodbye. What? Oh, to measure the speed? Yeah, that's easy enough to build. I can build you one of those. You can tell me where. I'll build you the little wall to see how high it jumps, and for the speed, for you can see how fast it is. They're very simple to build. All right, so you just tell me where you want it, and then I'll build it for you at some time. And it doesn't. You don't even have to pay me for it. You just tell me where you want it. You can see how much room it takes up in mine. One of them is just a wall. The other, well, they're both walls, but one of them requires a little bit more room. Just come by my area, take a look at them, see how much space it is. Tell me where you want them, and I'll just build them. Just because there's, it's like there's nothing else to do with it. It's easy enough. It's very, very simple redstone and stuff. In fact, you're learning redstone, so we could go over it if you so choose. Also at a time if you choose. So you just let me know. All right. I'll let everybody go. Goodbye.